So it's basically charcoal, but it's the natural charcoal, like wood charcoal, not charcoal. Yeah, peas. Yeah. Oh, you did corn. Nice. Tomatoes. Yeah. Hey, I mean, you know. Yeah, you know what's gonna work best for you there. But there's some general rules. See, like you're gonna have like a different freeze and thaw cycle. So I mean, I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Corn's hit or miss. Yeah. You gotta get that pollination for the corn. Corn's one of those things like you gotta grow a good stand of it because all that pollen, like the majority of it needs to drop straight down onto those silks, and a lot of the corn pollen kind of floats away on the wind, which is why they say you're better off growing like a stand of it instead of just like a row of it. Uh-oh, Sam, it's a little early, brother. Everything good? Thanks, Bungalow. What's up, brother? We're hiding from the rain. Slow soak rain here. Hello. How'd it go, brother? Welcome in, Raiders. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, this is probably some short season corn stuff you can find. Always try to have something growing in your soil. Whether it's going to just go back into the soil, like if you can just chop it up and leave it on the ground, or turn it into the soil. Like some clover is a good one. You got some bare areas, get them, mulch it. Mulch can cause some problems. Having plants in there is great. Well, so one thing we're doing, we're doing a flower bed up here, and what we're doing is called a double dig. And what you do is you cut the sod into blocks, and you stack the blocks of sod aside. So you've got your topsoil, you've got your sod, you've got all the roots, the worms, and the microorganisms and fungi in there, and you set that aside. Then you dig your hole, right? You dig a hole down into the subsoil, and then you put the sod upside down in the hole, put the roots facing up, and then you use the soil and you cover it back up, and so that way you're not disturbing the soil structure, the topsoil, although you're putting it down deeper. That's a way you can put the organic matter back into the soil and use that area sooner than later. Yeah, that's an old like I don't know if it's permaculture exactly way of doing it or what. I think I read We have a knack for doing things the hard way. But that's the thing about like organic without like the pesticides and the herbicides. Even if you can even get organic herbicides and stuff. But you know, it's harder work and it's more work, but it keeps all the weird stuff out of the ground, out of the water. So at least I got that going for me, right? I either let them grow or I pull them out. Sometimes they're chopped. For the most part, the weeds are there for a good reason. Weeds want to fix the soil for you. So if they're not in the way, they're not a huge hassle. I try to leave them. That's my personal feelings about it. Sometimes they're a little bit too prolific. Sometimes they're a little bit too pokey, you know what I mean? Sometimes they're just in the wrong spot. I mean, you know, like from an OCD or maybe ADHD perspective, I love a well-maintained lawn. I do like it. It is nice to look at. But if you think about it a bit, you know, it kind of makes me a little bit sick in my stomach, you know. I mean, you can have a good lawn without doing weird stuff, and you can have even native grasses for a lawn, but it's not really the way it is. I mean, you know, most like turf grasses and stuff, especially here in the States, it's kind of, yeah, it is what it is. A lot of money there. A lot of money in that there grass. But I mean, here's my grass. It's getting pretty tall. It's good when it's tall. It's green, but it's cool. It's also cool. Most of your turf grasses are cool season grasses, which is why they all have such a hard time in the summer. A lot, I don't know of all the grasses, but a lot of the native grasses are warm season grasses. So they'll be green and growing hard during the summer. And they're pretty slow to start in the spring. Yeah, well, we moved here like 40 something years ago, like probably 40 years ago. It was a pretty quiet town, and yards like this were not uncommon. But they were on the way out, and now you pretty much get nuisance things. No one wants to maintain a yard anymore. And if they have any yard, they are hiring, you know, a landscape crew to mow the lawn and do whatever it needs. I wouldn't really call it taking care of the yard. But it's like the backyard's probably a little bit less than half an acre, and I think the whole property is like 0.65 acres. Might be about half an acre out back. But yeah, they're not making too many neighborhoods like this anymore. They stack them in. They put 2 houses on this property, guaranteed. They put 2 houses here, and both of them would cost more than this house is worth. depends exactly where you are. But it gets worse. It gets much worse than this even. No, I mean, it was probably $1,000. It was like $1,500 probably when we moved here a year. That's just how things have gone around here. Super trendy now, you know. Damn hipsters. Yeah. Well, you know, that's one of the problems. Like, there's not a lot of people coming into Massachusetts because they can't afford it. I don't know how. Like, I mean, I doubt I would be. I mean, I wouldn't have a house in Massachusetts. That's crazy. Oh yeah. I'll be honest. It's like it's not even fleeing. It's like that's what'll happen though. Like, you'll get like a huge wave of people. They're like, oh look, this is better. The grass is greener here. And everyone will show up, and then slowly they'll be like, oh shit, it's really cold, or something like that, you know. And then like a good portion of them will leave again. That's why it's good house hunting, like in the springtime, because all the people like just survive the winter. They're like, oh my god, dude, we gotta get out of here. Yeah. Taxes are low. Insurance is high. Insurance is high here too. Dude, everything is off the charts here. Everything. Yeah. There's gotta be a breaking point soon here. Yeah. I know we got a few fellow Canadians here. We got one from Saskatchewan. Got New Brunswick, I believe. I'm not sure where Marcus is exactly. Yeah, we got some folks. What's up, cats? Yeah, oh yeah, we're all over the place. Yellow lava. What's up? We were just hiding from some rain. I think it passed for the most part, which is cool. That means we can smack more bamboo. Yeah, we were digging some bamboo out, and then we're getting piddled on a little bit, so. Can't even smell the picture cooler. Shoot the hurricanes. The rocket launches at the Cape are fake. Really? Oh. CO30 is not particularly impressed with his neighbors. I think they drained their pool into his garlic patch too. the weather here. I'm waiting to do my coffee because I know Yankee Mom's gonna want one, so, and she's out, so I'm waiting on the coffee. Flat Earth, so. That's. I think we have a pretty good shot of pretty warm weather. Oh, by the way, Chad, I wanted to say, Monday, we might not stream. We might do a 2-day weekend stream because tomorrow, Friday, probably not streaming. So Saturday and Sunday we might stream, and then Monday probably no stream. We got that appointment for Ginger, just her yearly checkup and vaccines. So, and then after that, I think we have a few days, and I think maybe rain mid to end of week next week, but pretty much go time. It's pretty much go time after this. So, I got these tomatoes, everything's out here, hardening up. Thank you.